Waking up to a beautiful sunrise this morning and a beautiful couch filled with stunning panelists, I must add. That's the word, panelists.
Panelists. We've never had a panel here on BT.
We've never had a panel here on BT.
So we see this morning's sunrise, and again, the sunrise is officially at 7:58 this morning in Toronto.
That'll change Monday.
It will be 6:58 on Monday, which seems good, but there's all sorts of problems fraught with time change.
We're going to fall back, which means we technically gain an extra hour of sleep, but do we? Here to answer that question, author of Akuma, Evolution of Vitality, and CEO of Akuma Inc., Gary LeBlanc, and of course you might recognize John O'Hurley, because who doesn't love talking about sleep? Do you need a lot of sleep?
Nobody loves this is my least favorite time of year, and you know why. Obviously, you make a career of this. Yeah. Oh no, when we go into daylight savings time, I love the idea of a late sunset, and when we get to the early sunset, and that at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun starts to dip. I'm not a fan.
So we need to prepare this minute right now, starting to plan what we're going to do. Don't leave it until Monday when all the other groggy drivers and groggy pedestrians are going to be out there.
Yeah, it's only an hour, but you want to stick with that rhythm. So it's going to be a bit tricky on Sunday night. You might be a bit more tired, but you're going to have to force yourself to stay awake so you get back on track for Monday morning.
So you recommend we actually stay up an hour later? Because we look at it as, yes, we gain an hour of sleep.
Yeah, but you really want to get back to your normal times. Even though it doesn't feel natural, you want to get back on that rhythm. And
you're a dream crusher, Gary. We're morning show hosts.
Okay, so your first tip is regulating your sleep. So right now, let's say someone goes to bed at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
What should they do tonight to go to bed? Should they go to bed at 10 o'clock?
No, I would stick to your normal rhythm now. So what's going to happen is tomorrow morning the clock's going to fall back, and really the focus for me would be on Sunday night. You're going to want to make sure you stay to your normal time on Sunday night. For tonight, I would just behave as normal. It's only 1 hour, so it typically only takes a day or two to get back on track.
Okay, then you say black out your bedroom.
Yeah.
So how do we do that? Because Kev already does that.
I black out my bedroom with my eyelids.
So what does that mean?
So even when your eyes are closed, these vampire loads, these lights at night, they can still affect your sleep. So even though you're sleeping, you might not be having as deep a sleep. So you want to get rid of all your lights, even your alarm clocks.
What do you do with the alarm clock?
You shut them off. So you
throw it against the wall.
You block them, you shut them off. You don't want any
Turn
light.
it the other way. I find that I know exactly what you're talking about. When you shut your eyes, I still feel the glow of that green glow through my eyes.
And so that can affect your sleep, that teeny tiny little digital clock?
Do you know how else it affects my sleep? Is when that clock is in my face and you are worried about the time, you keep looking at that clock.
You're more conscious of it.
Fixate on that.
There's nothing yet. Did I set that alarm? Did I set the alarm? That's
Keep looking. Avoid water and food. So why? Water because you would probably have to go to the washroom.
So water's the most obvious one. You don't want to be ruining a deep sleep by getting up at 3 or 4 in the morning. That's just a waste. So you want to stop drinking water about 2 hours before you go to bed.
What about wine?
Don't get me started on that one.
That's right. Nothing like that 3 or 4 in the morning.
Fair
Wineless, please. I'm with you, Dora.
It feels like you're getting a good sleep with wine, but it's tricky.
And it does. Alcohol does affect sleep.
Yeah, it does.
Tremendously.
Yeah.
Food. When's the last meal we should eat?
Yeah, so really it should be not too long after 7, 8 p.m. Like 7 p.m., 8 p.m.
Phew, that's good because I go to bed at 7 p.m. So that's fantastic.
3 hours before bedtime.
You would like to, because your body has to rebuild overnight. So you don't want it to be focused on digesting. You want it to be nice and relaxed. So you want to stop eating early.
You know what I think as well? These tips can be especially great for people like John who does a lot of traveling.
I live in 3 different time zones all week long.
Cross time zones all the time. And you're talking as well, you have another tip of breathing.
Yeah.
So this could be good anytime you're having trouble sleeping or that, but especially now.
Yeah. So breathing is interesting. So I have an alarm. So twice a day, I actually do a breathing exercise. Like a reminder.
Reminder to breathe.
Yeah, so I do it at 10 a.m. because I usually build up stress in the morning, and at 3 p.m. So I breathe in for a 3 count.
Okay.
I hold it for 6 seconds, but now I'm talking, so I'm not holding it. And then I'll breathe out for about 4 or 5 seconds. So you do this for 5 minutes, and it automatically gets you into relax and rebuild mode. So it takes you from that stressful mode and just calms you down.
I think that is, if people have one takeaway, that breathing is if you do 10 deep breaths a day, you'd be surprised how it relaxes the body and gets you more in tune with where you are.
Exactly.
Siri, set a breathing alarm for 7 p.m.
I'm sorry, I don't breathe. I'm Siri.
I'm not understanding.
I'm not
Siri, set a breathing alarm for 7 p.m.
Yeah, that's a bit late.
Thank you so much for these tips. It really will help us adjust because we see it as an extra hour, but this is the way to do it. Get the circadian rhythm going, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
And you also say stick to your schedule, which is impossible for us because as morning show hosts on the weekends, or if you're perhaps working a late night shift, you want to be able to go out on weekends.
Well, that's got to be very difficult for you.
It is,
I think,
John.
you know, I think the world revolves around me, but you have a tougher life.
Yes, you do. Are you okay? Are you all right?
Kev, what do you do? Do you party on the weekends?
Yeah, baby.
Remember to breathe, everybody. Deep breath in, hold for 6 seconds, and then slowly out for 5, and we'll feel more zen as we come back from commercial break.
We'll have more tips online as well. Be back with the news after this.
I'm walking on sunshine.